G'day folks, it's Phil from 15 Minute Guitar Practice here, bringing you what I think is Jimi's hardest lick. Now, I know we're all going to have a different opinion about Hendrix's hardest lick. Drop a comment below and you can tell me what you think Hendrix's hardest lick is, but for me, this lick is the thing that I'm chasing all the time. Now, I bring it up because I have a few kind of benchmark licks, and by that I mean licks that I use as indicators of my general playing fitness, as it were. You know, if I can get these down, then that's a good indication that I'm in the zone. And you'll know that some days you're in the zone and some days you're not, and those could be literally hours apart. Sometimes you just get it right, the mechanics are there, you're not thinking about it, it's just flowing. And then even, you know, hours later or the next day when you've been practicing, somehow it's off. It's not sitting right and it's just not working. And, you know, we all have days like these. And they're very frustrating because there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. Well, I had it yesterday, why haven't I got it today? I should be better today. I'm beginning to realize it's just kind of not how it works, at least not for me. So I'd encourage you to have some of your own benchmark licks to, you know, before you go and waste hours getting into the zone or thinking you're getting into the zone, start with those and give yourself at least a clue about where you're sitting that day. Now, this lick for me is from all along the Watchtower. It is during the kind of wah section and beyond. It's really the last third, but I'll play you kind of the whole thing. Check it out. I'll play it slowly because the challenge is to play it up to speed. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that last bit that always throws me. So because I know it always throws me, it's the thing I work out most. Because All Along the Watchtower is one of my favorite tracks and it goes down really well in front of the crowd, and it's important to me that I get that right. So what I do two things. Firstly, I do a slower, more deliberate version of this lick. Now, All Along Watchtower actual BPM clocks in about 116, I think, or maybe 114 BPM. I always start this around 100, maybe 95, depending on what day it is and how I'm feeling, and then work up to it. So the lick is this 5 notes over 4 thing, goes like... So, what do I do deliberately and slowly? Well, the first thing I do is concentrate on the picking motions, because I had to change these picking motions to suit my playing, because the way I was playing it, I was just reaching an impasse because I was using alternate picking for the whole thing. And through experience, I've come to realize that for me, sometimes changing the direction of one pick stroke can mean a difference between nailing it and never nailing it. I know that sounds weird, but that's just how I've kind of come to that realization. Now, I used to play this all alternate picking and it didn't work, so I changed one section to a double upstroke. So it's like those 2 notes. So if you're struggling with something and you've really reached an impasse, it might be worth just checking out where you can make an adjustment to a single pick stroke, and it all might fall into place because of that. So I used to play this all alternate picked and, you know, hit that wall every time. It's not like I tried it for a week or 2 and then went, nah, it's not working. I tried it for, you know, months and months, and that was when I decided to maybe look at the picking mechanics. The other thing I try and do when I'm playing it around 100 BPM, all slower than is actual, is to get the emphasis right, because I found that kind of purposely placing an accent in certain places in the phrase helps me deliver the phrase better. So this one's got a kind of couple of places where the accent moves. It starts on the second note and then it moves to some other notes. So that's what I do. I play it very softly and try and get the accents purposeful. And then the other thing I do is try and play it up to speed at 114 or 116, I can't remember quite, but you have to do that. Even if it's messy, you just have to tell your body, this is where we're headed, this is the speed you have to eventually get it to, and here's a heads up. And you have to just move your hands as fast as you can there. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I always work on it. Out of 10 takes, maybe 6 will be okay, and then 4 randomly will be just not in the zone. So this is my hardest Hendrix lick. I bet you were expecting something different, eh? I bet you were expecting another song, maybe something more full on like Voodoo Child or something like that. But leave a comment below. You tell me what your hardest Hendrix lick is, and we'll compare notes. All right, this is Phil from 15 Minute. Whoa, hey, just before we go, I just remembered. I don't know what I forgot. I've got some important news that you might or might not be interested in. Me and my buddy Mark Zabel, who is another great YouTube guitar teacher, we've done a collaborative project, and we're going to be launching it like very soon, like imminently. What it is, if you're one of those guitar players who knows a few riffs and a couple of great solos, but you actually haven't learned a song all the way through, what we've done is put together a pack of 6 songs from 1970 that you will learn. We'll run you through the entire thing, the rhythm parts, the solo parts, and we've put everything in one place, because I know when you try and learn a song, it can be really frustrating that you have to find the tab from one place and maybe a video tutorial from somewhere else, and then try and find a backing track, and then if you're lucky, maybe get some ideas about how to get the sound with the gear that you've got. So Mark and I decided to kind of put all that stuff in one place. So you just join the course and it's all there for you. You've got the backing tracks you can play along, you've got professionally tabbed out stuff that Mark and I have done. You've got even discussion of the theory, advice on how to get the tone, So we are going to be launching that very soon. If you are interested, then click the link below. We have a wait list, so you can be notified when we're launching. It's literally days away. So get yourself on the mailing list for the launch, because it's going to be a very special early bird price. It's going to be a discounted price, and chucking in also a bunch of bonuses. My ear training course, you're going to be able to be in to win a year's worth of Ernie Ball strings. There's a bunch of other stuff in there, some one-to-one guitar lessons via Skype. Anyway, that's my piece. Check it out if you're interested. If you're not, then no problem. We'll see you next time. Okay. So this is Phil from 15 Minute Guitar Practice saying bye for now. Cheers.